Over the last 60 years, Dubai has undergone an extraordinary transformation, emerging as a global leader in luxury real estate. In the 1960s, the foundation was laid with the establishment of the Dubai Land Department, but it wasn't until the 2000s, after the freehold property law in 2002, that the market truly exploded. Iconic developments like the Palm Jumeirah, Burj Khalifa and Dubai Marina redefined luxury living, attracting global investors. Fast forward to today, and the focus has shifted. With many properties built in the early 2000s, now 15 to 20 years old, renovations have become the fastest growing niche, and it's still a niche. Renovating high-end properties offers remarkable returns, some investments doubling in value after upgrades. Thanks to limited new land in prime areas and a rising demand for modernized luxury homes. To explore this exciting market, we are joined by Leonarda Lowenhardt, the most well-known German-speaking real estate broker in the UAE, partner of Paulson Partners. With over a decade of experience and a reputation for prioritizing quality over quantity, Leonarda's expertise in identifying high-potential renovation projects makes her the perfect partner for our visions. Leonarda, let's dive into why renovations are redefining Dubai's real estate landscape.
Well, yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. And I just wanted to quickly go back why this is shifting. Of course, in principle, in Germany or in other countries, 20 years is like nothing. It's kind of new still. But here it's considered to be old. The reason why this is also shifting is because more and more end users coming to Dubai and they want something ready. They're not really willing to wait 4 or 5 years before they can move in their new home. So that's one of the reasons why actually people really wanted to have something ready. And then most of the time, those properties, they are not in a condition like how we used to. For example, Germans or Europeans, they have a certain standard and a certain taste. So that's why all this is now coming more and more, and people really willing to also pay for that.
Let's go back to these 3 main types of property. So we have off-plan projects. They usually take 2, 3, maybe 4 years until they're ready, and then they're brand new real estate where people can move in or they can rent it out or sell it. Then we have the secondary market, which is basically existing property, but in many cases it's not really old. I guess it's more like somebody invested in an off-plan and then sold it with a big margin, maybe 30 or 40 or even more percent. And then we have the older properties like 20 years old, 25 years old, they're ready for renovation. So what's the difference between the secondary market and a property that needs to be renovated? What's the price difference, let's say?
It pretty much depends, of course, always on the location and community and so on. But let's just take an example. If you look at, everyone knows Dubai Hills. So if you look at Dubai Hills, we have a combination of ready properties off-plan because it's a big community. And I give you an example. We had a villa. We bought this villa for 4.8, just close to 5 million. And that was still off-plan because it was just before handover. It was not really ready yet. So it was a secondary market deal because we bought it from someone else, and you see the price difference till we sold it again to someone else. We did a renovation, or not renovation, or upgrade, and we sold it for almost 20 million. Of course, it took some time and we put some money in, of course, for the investment or for the renovation or adjustments. But if you look at this, there's a big increase, like the profit is massive.
So do you think the profit becomes so massive because so many people move into the UAE? Or is it because of the strategy of the Emiratis that they make a land basically scarce? Even they have like endless desert land, but they make it scarce by creating it very smart.
Yes, I mean, of course, in the end of the day, it's all about location. And if we look at the strategy of Dubai, of the whole master plan, how everything is built, then yes, of course, it makes sense to look at it like this.
Okay, so let's take an example. For example, Jumeirah Islands. They basically created artificial islands, like multiple of them. Then there's a certain amount of villas on it, and there's no way to build another villa on this little island, basically.
It's limited.
So it's limited. So they understood if something is limited in location, limited in space, and then the location is increasing in becoming very interesting for potential investors because it's also very nice. then there's actually not really a chance to build something new. You have to basically renovate it. And if you understand that the house left and right and behind you, that basically all our neighbors have very similar houses, similar prices, then you have actually a proper deal, right? Can calculate much more accurate than investing in an off-brand project or just buying a secondary market project, correct?
Yes. But you need to think about it that even here we have big price differences. Like the prices, they can be 15 million going up to 45 million still. Like even if it's the same location, same project.
By the way, we always talk about dirhams, of course, but there's one problem. It's very hard to get really interesting villas to be renovated, correct? Like this is like one of the keys, you have to find it because that's the amazing part of Dubai. It's scarce. So even the villas to be renovated, they're very scarce, correct?
It's very rare and very hard to find. The thing is here, we do a lot of off-market. So that makes us, of course, also why people work with us, because they know we have a lot of properties which not everyone can just have access to. So what we're doing is we find the properties off market and we can offer to our clients exclusively, often even. And the clients, they actually benefit of the good prices as well we can offer. Like now we recently just got a couple of new villas for renovation. And here the main thing is people or the clients, they need to be ready. Because most people, let's say, if we have the villa and it's a very good price, the people, they're not having the funds ready. So that's another challenge, but yeah.
I think that's also one thing that is really important to understand. You cannot find this kind of villas online in Property Finder or in Dubizzle or any kind of official websites, because the owners, I guess, or many of them, they don't even want that, correct? They don't want their villa to be promoted everywhere.
Yes, the reason why is often either they are famous people or someone who's just not really keen on having like the privacy to be disturbed. But also because of clients, they are actually getting approached by many people, so they don't want that.
Okay, thank you so much for these insights, Leonarda. In the next video, we will talk about specific investor groups. So why does an investor come to Dubai? There's like different interests of investors. And we made a couple of videos. So just look into the next videos and you will see what's the real reasons why investors come and what could be a reason for you to invest in the UAE.